What's up, everybody? This is Morgan Flowerchild of Flowerchild Productions Incorporated, and you are watching Amplified Exposure Live with Teresa B. Let's get it.
Keep shining, let it shine, shine like a diamond. Keep shining, let it shine, shine like a diamond.
Good afternoon, Facebook. This is Teresa B coming to you live and direct from Amplified Exposure Live. Today I have my wonderful and lovely, and he's hilarious too, behind scenes, and hilarious friend, Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. He came on today not because he's been acting since the 70s and I've watched all his shows and his movies, but he came on today because he likes me. How are you, Mr. Lawrence?
I'm cool in the gang, feeling cool, just chilling out, doing my thing, staying safe.
Staying safe. Amen. So I'm so glad to have you here with me today. This is truly a blessing. I am one of your biggest fans. Did I say biggest? Biggest.
You said biggest. I think it'd be a little bigger, but that's cool.
I have been watching you since the 70s. Let's just start from when you did Welcome Back Kotter. That was one of my favorite shows. I was addicted. I told you earlier, I probably watched every episode possible that was ever shown on television. And I had to be all of in the 6th grade. But I want to say that I read somewhere that it came out in 1975. Is that correct?
Well, the year of the show, we started the show in 1975. And it was I started Welcome Back Kotter. It was funny in those days when you did a movie or something, the movie stayed out forever. So I had done Claudine, then Cooley High happened, and then Welcome Back Kotter happened, and they were all out at the same time. But it was all in the between 74 and 75 and all that. No, I'll ignore my phone if you hear ringing out my pocket. That's not my pacemaker, I promise.
You're fine. You're fine. So
cool
when
deal.
did you start acting?
When I started, I was a kid. I was just turning 15 years old in 1969, and it was a management company called Roaming Management, which did nothing for me other than take my money to buy the pictures. And I begged my mother for a month to take me down to sign me up. But I started auditioning for non-union industrial films, whatever was out, short films, plays, and so forth, and just bumping my head up until I got out of high school. And I went to the High School of Art and Design in New York City. That was the big choice, to be a professional artist or be the actor. And I started studying at the Al Fan Theatrical Ensemble in Harlem, in the basement of a church, the St. Philip's Church, and it springboarded things from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So looking back, what was your very first check from acting?
You know something? For my first year and a half of my career, all I did was I was a background player, doing extra work, and happy to get it. And I even teased Fred Williamson is a friend of mine now, but I teased Fred about it. I said, Fred, you don't know this. When you did the movie Crazy Joe back in 73, I said, one day you had this long, skinny, lopsided Afro kid you're standing, and it was me. It was me. And they paid me $45, and I thought I was making some money. And so I did a lot of background on a lot of films, Serpico and all these different movies. And then I got a small role in the original Death Wish, and things stepped up, and Claudine happened on top of that.
Okay, good.
So yeah, so my first check, I would say, came from being an extra, being background.
Wow.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
$45?
$45, big bucks. 45.
So we need to let our audience know, for a minute. We have a slight delay in our system, but we are going to make it do what it do. So if you kind of see delays of us having our conversation, something going on with StreamYard today. But Mr. Lawrence, he said he's going to work with it, and we're going to make it happen.
Ain't no drugs. We ain't on no crack pipe. We're not on the crack pipe. We're not on the drugs. Ain't no heroin in the arm. I ain't drinking because woe is me. Ain't none of that. Here's my drink. So.
Well, that's